2 days ago, Doomcock nearly kicked the bucket. I was tweeting about how much I hate the vile abomination that is Star Trek Discovery and all the little brain-dead Trekkies with homemade Mikey Spock tea cozies and coloring books for laughs, as is my wont, when I received the following tweet from one of my loyal followers, originally posted from Jim Murray, the prop master for The Expanse. It read, "We need to act fast. The sets are coming down starting Monday, with some assets being sold off to Star Trek Discovery." To which I replied, "God damn it! Expanse props sold off to Star Trek Discovery! That's like the fucking Shakespeare First Folio being sold to the king of all hacks, Akiva fucking Goldsman!" And suddenly, it wasn't funny anymore. Not at all. Trekkies are idiots, yes, but they are carriers of this particular social disease called STD, a disease of the mind that cheapens not only the Star Trek franchise, but also diminishes every other form of entertainment that dares to indulge in complexity with intelligence and nuance simply by existing. You see, though Trekkies are easily entertained buffoons who are fun to mock for sport, like a rhetorical rollerball where even the dimmest Star Trek fan can appear to be a Jonathan by comparison, Trekkies spread STD, that malady of imagination that rewrites history, glorifies stupidity, and assails the very idea of rational thought with every nonsensical episode. By showing studios that there are morons in the world who will accept scripts written by hacks who know nothing whatsoever about science fiction, human behavior, or the English fucking language, so long as there are orcs in space, pretty fires, ugly deaths, and a plank of wood as the lead, these vile Trekkies lower yet again the lowest common denominator to a level best described as a literate Twilight fan with head trauma and an addiction to blowfish. STD is lowering the standards for entertainment, for literacy, nay, for cognition itself. When a lowest common denominator drops low enough, civilization itself follows it down into the abyss. And what is the answer? How to stem the tide of idiocy? Doomcock is the answer, my friends. Doomcock and shows like The Expanse. The Expanse is everything that unspeakable contagion is not. It is intelligently written, with actors who not only behave as realistic human beings, but inspire us all as something akin to heroes. These are fascinating, nuanced characters, played by actors at the top of their game, performing scripts written by actual writers with word processors as opposed to their own poop. A show that isn't tearing down a once legendary franchise, but building a newly great one. The Expanse is one of the greatest sci-fi shows ever made, if not the greatest of all time. But we are in perilous times, my friends. Because all that's needed for garbage like STD to prevail season after season is for intelligent viewers like you to allow greatness to pass from the earth. Right now, right this very minute, the Expanse sets were scheduled to be stripped down and sold to Star Trek Discovery. Cannibalized by that most rapacious and repulsive of scavengers, STD, a franchise so without originality and honor it had to strip mine its own past, obliterating 50 years of canon and passing off the contaminated rubble as their own work, smugly pawning that twisted mockery of a show like a stolen watch. These filthy fuckers were going to strip mine the Expanse for spare parts, more stolen glory, more perverted elements stripped away from better, smarter shows, for there is nothing more rapacious than a damnable parasite. This is a perfect metaphor for what is happening to our pop culture. Swarms of insensate leeches, not a thought in their heads, sucking the life out of our intellectual discourse and transfusing it into their idiot Franken-franchises. Do you hear what Doomcock is telling you? Do you understand what I'm saying? The Expanse must be saved. If we don't support the Expanse, if we allow it to be cannibalized by the stupid, the dim, and the hacks, we'll have nothing left. Day by day, like ants stripping a corpse, our pop culture is being debased, crowded out and lost beneath the swarming mass of vermin, drowned out by the applause of fools. This is not an understatement. Corporations would love to be able to shovel any substandard garbage into our troughs. If no one thinks about it, no one will express their troublesome disapproval, and all the little piggies will down their swill with vacant smiles, and the profits will flow, for it's always been true that it's easier to produce garbage than gold. The line must be drawn. The loss of the Expanse is too great a loss to bear, and so I'm telling you to rise. I'm telling you to step up and fight to save this show. Right now, in another reality, the Expanse sets are torn down and the props, along with the rubble, are being carted off to the idiot children at STD to play with. But hope is not lost. No, the fate I describe has been pushed off till Wednesday. Wednesday, the sets and props are scheduled to be carted off to that ignominious fate. And yet, there is hope. Why? Because the demolition has been delayed as Alcon, the production company that owns The Expanse, is in talks with Amazon Prime to continue the series. Yes, it is only these talks that are keeping The Expanse alive. It is teetering on the edge of the STD abyss, as are we all, for in a world hostile to quality, everything is shit. And so Doomcock is exhorting you. With every fiber of my being, I command those of you who give a damn about quality entertainment to ignite a firestorm on the internet. By tomorrow afternoon, Doomcock wants to see thousands of tweets and emails sent to Amazon Studios and Jeff Bezos in support of The Expanse. These are the addresses. Join me in my struggle to save this show. Tweet at Jeff Bezos, at Amazon Studios, at The Expanse PO, at HBO, at Netflix, and use these hashtags in your tweets. Sign this petition. Let them know there are droves of fans who care passionately about intelligent science fiction presented with integrity and consummate skill. And do it now, before yet another milestone of science fiction passes from the earth. Do it now, before it's too late. Help Doomcock save The Expanse. Ha 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 ha